from Aldred hitting out Steve as he goes low, and Dumbe as he goes low, sorry. But the reply from David hitting out Day as he tries to go over the ball but doesn't manage. David jumps high and doesn't manage to block. First one hits him out. Both refs calling. Yep. 3 balls now on the side of England.
Maybe he
Lions.
thinks he's just blocked it, so it's always a tough one in that situation.
Britnell Craven throwing at ball there.
And the ball is used to block. Single ball from Josh Key.
And another shot from Aldred. But they call for 4.
Just take their time.
Three ball attack. One comes forward. Goshok Dumbrell manages to receive it.
I think he's after the running counter. He then realises that Jones has a ball in his hand, then just looks for the...
It was a deflection off of Michael being hit.
Okay.
He didn't want it to go across.
Okay.
However, there has been a tactic, just noticed there from Josiah. The England women were doing it a lot as well. If they have too many balls, they don't go up with 2 balls. Instead, they place it along the return line.
Interesting. Block from Goshawk Dumbrell.
Rothney coming forward, but being called a hit by both middle refs. Scotland now with 3 players, 3 on 3 in this match. They released 2 blocks from Harrison and 2 cross courts there. Different targets, but it pays off.
Yeah, Keys is, I think, looking at the other angle from Simon Jones, and when that first ball has come across, he's then not caught eyes of Josiah, who's thrown his side swinging ball.
You also sometimes don't expect it. The typical response there. The typical response there is to send 2 balls at the holding target, the ball holder. They haven't done that. 2 balls here on the England side. Aldred managing to hit Josiah out as he can't dodge over it. 3 balls now for England Lions.
Does Harrison
manages to get that block and 1 catch. Now a 1v1. Harrison against Day. A block there from Harrison. Day goes high, dodges out of the way.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left on this set. Day with majority. He comes forward, he throws a block there from Harrison. Harrison's probably not going to do anything here. The set ends, it's a 1v1. And the set comes to a draw. I think Day was upset there because the clock on the screen
still had
said
1
something
second.
different. But, as we said earlier, we think due to a time discrepancy, we're on the clock.
They'd been playing by
Sam Mason's clock.
Sam
instead,
Mason's watch. Yeah.
who is the ref on the right-hand side of the court. Big set there. Almost a big turnaround from Anthony Aldred. An amazing low catch to catch out Simon Jones.
Still 3 set difference. Still plenty of time for 3 sets.
We have a substitution. Ross Gregg being brought on for Rothney. Graham Rothney, who's now in the substitution box. Big single there. Stephen Dumbe on his teammate at London Storm, Johnny Day. Bounce there called.
Yeah, so a couple of little plays there. Obviously, Goshawk Dumbrell just hit out. So 2 players up, but a block from Aldred.
Yeah, you can see England now slowing down slightly, maybe not going off ball, trying to play not safe, but just making sure that they confirm their lead in this match.
Yeah.
Just under 6 minutes left in the half. Unless Scotland come out of the blocks really firing, no hits possible. No, not possible within the current time limit if all sets go to time.
Now Josh Keys has to take a 1v6.
Yeah, he sends that high ball. Josiah expecting a jump or just sending it high?
Ooh, tough one. Has Josh Keys already gone low? Yeah, it's always a tough one to
Yeah. Can see England aren't looking to run the clock, aren't looking to end the time quickly. They are really running this clock down. Oh, and there you go. Sometimes if the opportunity is there.
Josh Keys goes to reset the clock quick, but obviously there is that 30-second timer every time.
Scotland
Timeout calls.
Have called a timeout. So one thing we did used to see in times gone by, particularly unsportsmanlike teams, would hold the ball to waste time. So, for example, say I was playing you, and you needed to bring back a lot of sets very quickly.
You'd hang
I
around.
could hold on to that ball to stop you from placing it in the middle.
Yep.
Now that we have 30 seconds, concrete removes that kind of skullduggery and unsportsmanlike behaviour, which I think is quite a good thing. If as many rules as possible can remove those kind of plays from players, the better, in my opinion. So Scotland now 9-17 down to England. England seem to have figured out what they need to do. What changes do you think Scotland make here? Do you think it's fitness? Or do you
I don't think it's fitness.
Or do you think it's England just turning the screw a bit?
Yeah, they've turned the screw. You know, you sort of find a combination that works, and you go with that.
Speaking of turning the screw, they have brought on Tamas Ward for Finley Britnell-Craven. Oh, and Ryan Neal on for Matthew Josiah.
I can imagine there'll be one more substitution left in this game. Debutant Jamie Hughes will probably come on next set as he changes into playing kit. I believe they played earlier on against Hungary, so him and Tom Bell both played.
Big shot there from Tamas Ward as John Duncan blocks it into himself as he sets himself low. They're really putting Tamas Ward to work now with 2 singles already.
You know he will. He'll play this high neutral every time.
Strong block there. David not managing to get the reply. Yeah, this high press seems to have worked as Ross Gregg releases a single from barely his return line.
He'll always do that, especially with him and Ward playing at the same club. He'll always try to be one up on each other. Jones with a great single on Josh Keys.
Big hit there from Simon Jones. A player that hasn't really been given the opportunity to get into this game. So he was hit out by Cam Relton quite a few times. But it's a good single to get his head into the game. Another low block, but just blocking it into themselves.
Is this maybe the 6 that I'd like to see
bounce there, cool.
Be in the final in terms of lineup-wise from England Lions? Very close to.
Personally, I wouldn't have Steve in the middle.
Ooh.
I would have, historically how he's been playing, I think Nathan Christopherson on court as well. Because I think he's an exceptional player. But
who would you say? Sorry.
Nathan Christopherson.
Oh, yeah. For Steve? And Dumbe?
I think he's more used to the middle. I think this lineup, now what we're looking at, is a better representation. With Steve on the wing, Nathan one inside him.
Interesting.
But they seem to be playing Steve
From
in the
what
middle.
I hear, and Dumbe has been playing middle at England Lions. A double hit out, Harrison onto
unfortunate
Dumbe.
There. Bit of luck going Scotland's way again this half. Just coming forwards.
Ward just on that high press. He's going to now,
draws out that 4th ball. Greg going low. Has the final ball. There's 15 seconds left of this set. No hits It's not needed. 5-second call comes from Sam Mason. And the ball goes high and caught by Nathan David.
Obviously, that set does end 3-2. So, last set. Now, obviously, any time under that 2 minutes will be a minute and a half because you take into consideration the 30-second setup.
Yes, so it will be our final set of the game. 19-9 at the moment.
Yeah, so not paying attention to that second half part, just paying attention to the set clock.
Hold call comes in as the quick start isn't brought on. Steve with a low shot there on Christie. And an opportunistic shot there on Michael Thacker by Ward. Another one of those whipping two-steps by Nathan David. The Scotland team seem a bit dejected now coming into this. Not as much energy as there was in the sets they were up.
Now, is this the depth of the England Lions that we wanted to see early on in the game? And despite the game being so close, sort of up to that point, that England could just make those subs and you'd still have fresh arms and sort of.
I think this is what the added 10 minutes benefits England with that depth. And they do have a stellar crop of players to pick from. If you've been playing a half an hour game and in the last 10 minutes a player of Tamas's ability comes on, or Tamas Ward's ability, sorry, comes on. Tamas been called for a line fault. So the set going comfortably England's way. Block there, 2 high balls, not allowing Greg. But as he comes forward, he gets hit out.
Ross Gregg charges forward in an attempt for a single ball catch, but does not find it.
You can see the camaraderie between some of the... some of these players. Sorry, as a flip-flop falls from the heavens above us.
But yeah, like you said, a great game, was so close, but that depth from the England side, a bit of chemistry that finally worked on the latter stages of that game. The final score, 21-9 at the end of day one. And a great day we have had.
Final game. Such a long day, but it's been a brilliant day of dodgeball.
Any big updates? What have we seen so far?
What have we seen?
We've seen everything.
We've seen there's been comebacks across the courts. Comebacks, massive wins. I think our biggest win was in the mixed of a 40-0 game with 38 points difference. It's a point a minute.
On this court?
Not on this court.
Oh, on court 2. Yeah.
2. Here we are. We've been your commentators for all of the men's today. But we'll be joining you tomorrow for another action-packed day of dodgeball, starting at 8 a.m., I think.
8:30.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube, the EDF YouTube.
And Dodgeball TTV on Twitch, where we're being co-streamed. All of our courts are being streamed. Courts 1 and 4 being commentated will be your group here today, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. All day will be myself, Jonathan Wilkie, Craig Whitehouse, and Emily, who's just off camera to our left. But please join us tomorrow for another exceptional day of dodgeball.
And that day being the last day of the group games. Saturday and Sunday, we're in for corkers. Yeah. Knockouts across the board.
So keep your Tornifies open just to see what is going to go on. I'm sure if there are any results that need to be played, any teams that need to beat certain teams by certain scores, I think it's going to be amazing. But we're going to sign off from Osijek, Croatia. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. It's been a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from us.